Okay, welcome back to Motor Tic Mastery. On this channel I share insights and ideas, suggestions on your path of healing motor tic, nervous twitch and Tourette's. As I had this condition for 20 years of my life. I was ticking thousands of times a day, and I more recently healed myself using natural and holistic methods. So in this video I want to share with you a perspective of owning your tic. It's not a perspective, it's an embodiment. And this is really, 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 really important. We have given away our power to other people in our life, in our society, to doctors, to specialists, to people on YouTube, to parents, to our school teachers, like people in power. We have given our power to, and we look at them, we look at them, we look for them, and we trust them in their decision making to tell us what's right for us. Right? We all do this, right? At varying degrees and varying levels, we all do this. And for me, I used to look to the scientists and the doctors and the medical professionals in order to find a solution and an answer to this condition. They failed me. They failed me. They didn't have an answer, but I kept looking. They still didn't have an answer. The doctors don't have an answer to this condition. They have medication that can numb you to the world and give you a bunch of different side effects, which sometimes might be okay if you're really in a dark place, right? If you're really truly in a dark place and you're hitting yourself, you know, violent behavior type thing with Tourette's, something like that, you know. But ultimately, to heal this condition, we have to own it all ourselves. We have to stop looking for answers outside of ourselves, elsewhere, external things, right? Supplements, medication, other people's expertise. And we have to own it completely and utterly, every aspect of who we are and our beingness. And that transcends the physical body. It's also the mental body and the emotional body. And when we integrate and become whole in the emotional body, the mental body, the physical body, we learn to integrate the dark aspects of our being, the bits which aren't in balance, the tic, right? The Tourette's, the movements, the unconscious parts of you that is doing stuff that you're unaware that's happening. When you become whole, you realize that actually, wow, it's now part of me. It doesn't need a tic anymore. This is how I've healed. Integration, fully integrating the entirety of your energy field. Energy field sound a lot of woo-woo to a lot of people, and I get that. And it's not until you actually start sensing and feeling energy that you realize how true it is, right? And I didn't consciously become aware of energy maybe until like 3 or 4 years ago, and then I started tuning in, understanding what people mean when they say that word. But here I am on YouTube, just telling my story, right? Telling my story because I believe by just sharing our ideas and thoughts and the stories that we've each individually gone through, we managed to figure things out, we managed to learn, we managed to pick up ideas from different people. But ultimately, we get to decide what feels right to us and what feels true to us. Not a doctor on a pedestal with a white coat going, "Holy Grail, tell me what's wrong with me, you know? Tell me what's wrong, heal me, fix me." Like, I'm so done with that concept now. Because again, for this condition, they failed me. They failed me again and again. They don't get it. Like, therapists that haven't gone through this, doctors that haven't gone through this experience of having a tic or Tourette's, they don't get it. They absolutely do not get it. And it drives me nuts that the first port of call that people go to is a doctor in our world, and that doctor then just pumps out tons of medication which starts numbing people to the beautiful experience that is life. I don't know how many tens of millions of people are on antidepressants in the West, or anti-anxiety pills. there are other ways of dealing with this. There are natural ways, there are holistic ways, there are softer ways of coming back into a place of peace and into a place of balance and into a place of love, into your heart, right? That's the journey that I've been on, and on doing that, on going through that journey, I have been able to heal my condition. So it's quite a strong message coming through me today, as you can probably tell, as you can probably feel, compared with my other videos that are a little bit softer, a little bit more like intellectual maybe. But this is just a powerful message from the heart. It's like, stop looking outside of yourself for answers and start trusting your intuition, start trusting your gut, and start trusting what feels right on your journey of healing yourself. Stop thinking that somebody else has the answer when everything is inside of you. Yes, sometimes you might need to trust somebody. If that thing that person said felt right to me, it felt good, I'm going to go and do that, you know? That person, oh yeah, I like what that person said, that feels right. Oh, the doctor, yeah, he's making me take medication. I'm not really sure. What about other people? Like, that doesn't feel right, does it? Usually that doesn't feel right to a lot of people. Yet we still do it because we've put our power, we've given our power to them. We've given our power to the doctors to help us. But as I'm communicating here, I know just from my journey that doctors don't know jack when it comes to this condition. They don't know. They've given it labels, they've given it definitions, they've broken it out as like it's a really complex neurological condition. But how does that help me? It does not. It disempowers me because I don't understand it. I don't get it. So the only thing I understand is myself and what feels right to me. And what I've learned is that the body has an absolutely incredible intelligence to it. If you really tune in and listen to your gut, listen to your body, listen to your heart, it'll tell you what's right in order to let go of this condition. In fact, the body, like ticking or moving by itself, whatever your tick is, you know, is your body crying out for attention. It literally is your body moving to say, look at me, look at me. Because we've created a world where most people aren't embodied. We're all lost in our minds, in our heads. The consciousness doesn't come from the mind. Consciousness is not a manifestation of mind. Consciousness is in the fabric of reality. Again, that's like on the edge of most people's understanding. But I've discovered it to be true with enough exploration of what is real. Because I fortunately had the opportunities to do so. To step out of the mind, to get into the body and see life and reality for what it is from a different perspective. So I really hope this gets to you well. I really hope that there's something you've taken from this note, this message. I am just following my heart by communicating this. I'm just following my path and just trusting that what I speak will get to the right people in the right way at the right time, and there'll be some lesson in here for whoever might discover this message, you know. And I'll keep loving, I'll keep sharing my story, I'll keep talking about this condition because there's a lot of people in the world suffering and thinking they can't heal it, or on medication, or in places of fear or darkness, or aren't living the life that they want to live, or feel held back by the condition. Like there's all sorts of ways that this condition affects people's lives. But the important thing to know is that it can be healed. I have done it. And that there is something, if you have this condition, there is something deep in your unconscious or your subconscious that isn't balanced, isn't right, isn't sort of, there's trauma in it, trauma in there that's caused the condition. That's how dis-ease works, right? It's how dis-ease in our body, and a tic is a dis-ease. It's not officially labeled as a disease now, but it is a dis-ease of the body. Okay, so it's about taking our power back, believing in ourselves, believing that we have the tools to heal ourselves, that we have the knowledge, that we have the intuition, that we have everything we need to stop this condition. We don't need to look outside for help and answers. We might need a little bit of a guiding hand. We might need a little bit of help on to point us in the direction towards the heart or our intuition. Like, I found that really valuable myself when I was initially getting started here. People that would just go, that feels like you're coming from a place of love, not from a place of fear. And many of us who have this condition are coming from a place of fear too often. That's why we're sort of being sucked into this painful place. But actually, once we start raising our vibration, connecting to our heart, getting out of the fearful stories that keep playing in our head, we learn to melt this condition away. And it is with magic it can happen. And so if anything resonates here in this video for you today, reach out to me, please. And I'm here to be of service and to support you on your journey if you would like to take positive steps towards healing, letting go, stopping these tics. Maybe you can hear the birds singing now. Nature's a natural healer too, you know. That's my scooter. I'm in Thailand right now. Back to the UK next month. Okay, wish you the best. Have a wonderful day. Say hi. And I look forward to hearing from you. Take it easy.